only brought like my suits and stuff for Charleston, so I was like, I'll just travel home in this. I'm fine. All right, so what else we got going on, Sonia?
Also this Friday, Jamboree USA will be putting on sale their show that's coming up in April.
90th anniversary, correct?
I believe so, yes.
Yes, the 90th anniversary. That should be a good celebration.
Yes, yes. There's nothing better than celebrating. Next Thursday, January 20th, the Tough Man goes on sale.
No. It's all over. Mm-hmm.
Well, it's February 17th and 18th.
It's just a month away.
It's just a month away. It's not.
No.
It's really crazy.
When you think about everything that's going on and or what you have going on every single weekend, it really just shortens life tremendously.
I mean, it does. Upcoming in February also we have Anastasia. It's a Broadway show. There's plenty of tickets available for that. Pretty soon is also coming up the Lindsley Extravaganza. I saw someone post today that they are starting practices for that, and I saw Ms. Joy last night getting everyone sized up for their outfits.
Can you believe they haven't started practicing yet with how like great the performances are?
Yeah, I know. It's amazing.
It's really crazy. It just shows you what it's like to be young and
there's a lot of talented, and the thing that I like the most about this event is every student has to participate in some way, shape, or form.
Mm-hmm. And they do.
They do, and they definitely perform. It's definitely a lot of fun, and I'll be honest with you, if this is your first time going to the Lindsley Extravaganza just to see what it's all about, tickets literally sell out in 2 days, if not that.
Have they gone on sale yet?
No, they have not gone on sale yet.
So mark your calendars for that on sale day, because I knew last year they sold out like really quick. I think it was like an hour.
I mean, it was quick. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But people are really into it, and I totally understand why.
So we have music at the market coming up this Friday at the public market there at the 1401 Main Street. Ezra Hamilton will be there to sing his, his own originals and obviously some of the favorites that we've all heard over the years. And that starts at 11:30 and goes until 1:30. So go on out, get you a little something to eat, or just come down and stop and listen. It'll be nice.
Ogilvy Institute this week also started their arthritis walk at the arena. So if you're interested in joining this group, you can call the Ogilvy Institute and get on with it. They do a little special class before. They walk inside the bowl of the arena. And arthritis is a real thing. It can be very painful.
They also kick off their winter classes this week. So if you are interested in taking one, you can still sign up. I know that the Towngate Theater's acting classes don't kick off until Saturday. They have for, students going into 3rd grade all the way up into 8th grade, and then adults as well. So check that out at oionline.com. Lots of really fun classes. You can do an adult tap class if you want. You do not have to take dance or have any dance experience. There's all types of offerings. Now I shouldn't say that is offered right now. It does fluctuate what you can take at different times. But yes, those classes, the winter classes do kick off this week, and you can still register for them online at OI Online.
Even their potteries class, their ceramics, they have these guys that do the wood carvers. The wood carving is so intricate, and I always laugh because you see, they have like those, what do they call them, that you put on your thumbs and fingers like when you're sewing?
Yeah, like the thimbles.
Thimbles, thank you.
Thumbers.
I mean, if that was me, I would be like literally slicing straight through my fingers. But I just can't believe like how detailed these people get.
Yeah, and like a lot of times they're using like really not even a tool that you would think. It's just something that they found that works, you know what I mean, to like smooth it out, and it's kind of cool. It's kind of like pumpkin carving too. I'm always intrigued by that.
Oh my gosh, there's some very talented people out there who pumpkin carve. I did see this morning coming in, the lights are coming down.
Yep. They are. I know.
To match it. Yeah.
Yep. No, it's going to be one or the other, but yeah, I saw that they were taking down all of the festival, or not the festival, the lights at the flowers, all the flower pots. What do they call that? The Garden of Lights. I can't talk today, and I'm sorry.
Can we ever talk?
No, but it's really bad today. I feel like my mind's running way faster than my mouth is, which is actually pretty impossible considering my mouth runs very fast.
It's okay.
But speaking of Ogilvy, the Winterfest is coming up at the end of this month, and they have a lot of really cool activities planned. We talked about a few last week with the Polar Plunge. But they also have that band that everybody's been talking about that played down at the waterfront this year for the Brewfest, the one that got everybody up dancing. But they'll be playing in Glessner. What is it, Mac Attack? Is that what it's called?
I think so. It's something attack or riding. Yeah.
Something, yes.
Something
We'll have to find it, but they're going to be there, and rounding out the weekend there at the Glessner Lounge, and apparently everybody's getting excited because they get people. I mean, dance. Everybody loves to dance, and a lot of times, unless you're going to a wedding, there's not too many opportunities. So that's something that's exciting, and you can play in your weekend. That happens at the last weekend in January up there on the hill.
It's really nice. One of the events that's coming up soon is Sesame Street, the Harlem Globetrotters. Tickets make great presents, everybody, especially experiences. Like toys kind of come and go, but a wonderful experience is talk about it forever. That's right. And there's nothing. I mean, the Harlem Globetrotters. We know who's going to win. The game does sometimes get close, but it's a lot of fun to watch how they interact with each other, the tricks that they do, and
how
the
high
history.
they can jump.
Yes.
Which I know sounds very elementary, but it's like, you almost think there's something in their shoes.
Yes. No, absolutely.
Is that?
No, Flubber, I do. Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Yeah. The history though of each player. Do you like if you really do a bio and you read about each player's bio and how they started? It's amazing to see the talent that they hire. Mhm. Mhm. I know COVID stopped that. Like they used to send an ambassador, like to different schools and stuff like that. COVID stopped that. Yeah.
Well, it'd be great for them to initiate that again. I can think now more than ever, especially some of the younger kids, they just don't have that interaction or that the special stuff that we're also used to. I used to remember Brad Paisley coming into my elementary school to play. Right? Nobody knew who he was. We just thought he was some kid who played the guitar. Had we known then, I would have given him my number. I'm just saying, like, these are all things that, that kids sometimes, a lot of things have been done, on the TV and bringing things into the classroom, but not face to face. I think so. I think it's important. So I think it'll be good. And just field trips alone and, all those reinforcement type things are always fun. For everybody involved. So, we have just a couple more minutes.
Oh, it is Zack Attack.
Zack
You said
Attack.
Zack Attack.
I said Mac Attack, so I was thinking about Big Mac salad. So, Zack Attack.
And it is a free event. Audience is adults. So it's in the Pine Room.
It's during Winterfest weekend. It's part, which kicks off
January 28th.
Saturday and
This particular
Sunday.
event.
Yeah, and then it's on Saturday. I think there's some things that happen on that Friday, just to like gear it up. But there's lots of stuff. The Polar Plunges that weekend. They're having, like ice skating, skiing and snowboarding will be going on. Lots of live music in the Hitchman Lounge. But it's just
on Friday they have Chuck Lucas from 7 to 10. On Saturday they have Greg Molnar 7 to 10.
It's just like a way of kicking off, well, winter. Right. So
hopefully soon rather than later.
I agree.
Well, with that, everybody, as always, please support the sponsors that support this station. You're listening to The Watchdog. And I want to bring up Michael's Poker Show, too.
Yeah.
On Sunday, listening to the poker.
Yeah, they have a special guest this week with Deb Jones coming to talk about the Polka Show at Ogilvy, and it is a sellout.
Is it really?
Usually,
I
yeah.
love that. Because he's like, did you supply it? Email. Like we always do this, huh?
Yeah.
And I guess the one day they did their show, they wanted to know because
He had no silver and plugged in or something. Oh, thanks, Lola.
I was telling her, like, how we take an email about
No. She's probably like, at the grade bar right now, too.
at the green bar?
One door early.
Yeah. How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Good. This is Sonia. Do you know Sonia?
No.
Hi.
Tanya.
Tanya.
Yeah,
Tanya.
Tanya. Yep. Tanya and Sonia. Easy.
You look so cute, Olivia.
Oh,
I mean, you
thank
always look cute though, so.
It's just because I washed my hair today and I didn't dry it and threw a couple like.
I usually get more compliments today, I
yeah.
wash my hair too.
That's true.
Well, I don't have any makeup or anything on yet, but I gotta travel to Charleston for an event later, so
Oh,
once my
lovely.
hair is done.
I have my kitchen stuff behind my bar right now.
Oh,
Cause I was like, I can't make plans with somebody and not do it, you know what I mean, like, and I just misunderstood that when we scheduled for February, that we were just,
and you can come back
Yes,
in for like that kind of stuff too, because I even said if that doesn't work, I think that's how it was, because I just got a new phone, so like I'm getting messages and not getting messages.
yeah,
And she did it, so I went back to my old phone and got like part of the messages that was downloaded already from like the Wi-Fi. And it said 4th or 11th, and then we did talk about if that doesn't work, we can also do, you know, February for
yeah,
like
so that's what threw me off, and I was like, oh my gosh, and that's my fault, 100%. And I called Courtney, and I was like, where are you? And she was like, I'm in a hair appointment right now, my hair's up in like boils, and I was like, oh lovely, okay, I guess I'll just go by myself.
Yeah,
Is there a question you want us to ask you instead of you volunteering information?
It doesn't, I mean, I'm open to whatever, we would like to talk about entertainment and our Valentine's drinks,
Mhm.
so, cause we launched them this week, so.
Great.
Our new Valentine's
Looks like
drink.
you guys have been having like decent crowds.
Oh, it's been crazy. I feel so bad for you when you came in, like when we first opened. Because we
You expect that.
were still trying to get in the
Mhm.
swing of things and stuff, and I was like, oh, this is just not a good time.
No, we still had a good time. I even said I'd go back, because you just tell like, you know, the machines, the POS system, everything was just kind of like lagging.
Not working.
Yeah.
Yes, it was a
My
rough
drink was
go.
good, and you could tell the atmosphere, because the music was great.
What night did you guys come? Who was there that night? I can't remember.
Nobody, it was the very like first weekend, we went to Dancing with the Stars.
That's right. She does a Pandora.
Yeah,
And then, so we had to pay for a music license for
Yeah.
different companies to use Pandora in
Yeah.
our bar. I was like,
Listen,
that's lovely.
BMI, yeah.
BMI, CSAC, and what's really funny though is once they find out you're paying one, they're gonna let you pay others too.
Yeah.
And sometimes they'll bully you, don't let them bully you.
Well, BMI said we only have to pay them and the one. There's another one. And
CSAC,
I think that's it.
we've ASCAP and CSAC, and BMI,
ASCAP.
yeah.
ASCAP and BMI said that was the only two we actually have to pay,
Yeah.
is what BMI told me. So hopefully that's the truth, 'cause I don't wanna get in trouble.
No, they'll call and harass you though.
Oh, they have been, trust me.
Mhm.
Lovely.
Well, that's why there for a while, like with First Fridays and stuff, they couldn't have music down there, because nobody wanted to pay it. And it's like,
It's expensive, it's not cheap, that's for sure.
No. but
She's
you know,
not-
people
she
love
definitely-
that, you know?
She's definitely not afraid to spend money to make money, so that's
Yeah.
a plus.
Well, people love a good, I mean, if you have good music going and people are gonna stay longer, drink
Mhm.
longer, start a dance floor.
Yeah. for
Especially if
sure.
I can hear the person across from me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and
There's good music
we
and I
played the
can hear.
music, yes, we played music at the right level. The one night we had it a little too loud, and I was like, we gotta turn that down, because I was upstairs in the office and could hear it, and I was
Mhm.
like, that's a little too loud.
The public market,
Did you guys
lunchtime.
get like a cheeseburger salad, is that what
This
that
is
is?
a Big Mac salad from Tito's, and it's so good.
Do you guys do
Oh my
lunch?
gosh, I have to try it. Yes, we're open right now, I just
I
threw
don't know,
my,
I thought that was an evening place only.
Yeah, they're doing brunch and everything on the
I
weekend.
just threw my,
so good.
my kitchen stuff behind the bar, so I was like, you gotta run back there real quick, because we had somebody and they don't have a code to get into our system, but our
Mhm.
kitchen staff does, so I was like, I'm literally gonna be gone for an hour, she's like, I got it, I was like, I sure hope you got it, so.
Oh my gosh.
We have
Who's
one
the
customer
chef?
right now,
Mm.
so it's not, our Wednesdays are so weird. Last Wednesday, I was so busy all day and night, and I was a double, I worked day shift and night shift behind the bar.
Mhm.
I generally only supervise, so,
Do you
Yeah.
have Facebook only, or do you have a website?
View 42, we just have Facebook and we have Instagram.
Who's your chef? Sorry.
You're fine, what's that? Her name's Cassie.
Okay.
So it was, we had Chef Rocco kind of came into, just as guidance
Mm-hmm.
to teach them how, because he doesn't have availability and we definitely
No,
don't.
but I'll
like
tell
it
you
for him.
what, she's awesome.
Yes, he's amazing.
awesome.
Chef Adam is the one who curated our menu and then disappeared on us.
Yeah.
So that's why that first week, we were screwed over on food and stuff like that. So,
Mhm.
you know, Chef Rocco just left us, or Chef Rocco just came in and like
Helped.
swooped everything up and was like, I got this.
Yeah.
And he, I mean, he didn't even ask for anything. I just gave him a huge free drink. So it's like, how much do we owe you? Like, we were gonna invoice us kind of a thing. Don't worry about it. I like helping other people. And I was like, you're
He's
amazing.
really great. He's a class act.
Yeah, he's seriously amazing.
Yeah.
And I was like, thank you so much. Like, we had people hired already at that
Mhm.
point, but Chef Adam was supposed to train them
Mm-hmm.
and then leave. Like,
Yeah.
but he never, I hired everybody in the kitchen myself
Mhm.
personally.
Mm-hmm.
Cordy Connie hired her brother, and then I hired everybody else in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
And I just did advertisements on Facebook, and then found people, and it worked out. And like our main cook right now is amazing. She came from the casino. She was a cook at the casino, and I mean, she does great. So.
I mean, this French toast looks amazing.
I just thought actual your food, or
No, that's our food.
Is Daniel taking the pictures? Oh, sorry.
Danielle takes the pictures.
Daniel Bogley?
Yep.
Hensley?
All right, well, welcome back to Winging It.
And that we are doing. We do have a guest, and we're so excited to see her today. Tanya, she is the manager down at View 42, is this correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and we are happy to have you because what a cool spot you got to deal with, right?
Oh, I love it, and I'm very happy to be here.
Oh, cool. So talk about it a little bit. So you guys are open daily.
Yes. We are
breakfast,
closed
lunch?
Monday and Tuesday, though.
Well, that's restaurant hours,
Yeah.
right? Most restaurants are closed Monday and Tuesday, but on the days you guys are open, you have a full menu, breakfast, lunch, and dinner on the weekends.
Yes.
And,
We have a 16-piece menu. We have 2 appetizers. We have 3 sliders, 3 flatbreads. We have soup of the day every day. That changes. That's strictly homemade.
oh, wow.
Nothing frozen. It's made in-house. We have obviously a endless martini list, which is everybody's favorite, of course. Coming up around the different holidays and stuff, we change our martini menu quite often, so we always have something different.
Nice. So you guys have, I mean, I guess what's the word everybody's using now? Craft? Is it craft? Drinks?
Crafted drinks.
Yeah,
Yes.
crafted drinks, yes.
Mainly because you're gonna go into a typical like sports bar and you're gonna order a Captain and Coke and they're gonna dump straight from the bottle, into a glass with Captain and Coke, and you're just strictly getting that. With us, all of our martinis are house curated, so they're not something you can look up online and like remake. We make up our own recipes. We do take some advice from like people coming in saying, hey, I think this would be better if it tasted like this, or if you added this to it or whatever. We're always open for suggestions and stuff, but all of our martinis are handcrafted when you order them. So you come in and order, I mean, sometimes that's a problem we run into as far as weights, but the main reason why is we're making you a homemade dessert behind that bar at that moment when you order it. So
What's some of the favorites?
the #1 seller that has always been the #1 seller is our coffee martini. And then second rate now, seasonally, is our mistletoe martini.
Ooh, sounds fun.
Prior to the mistletoe, our top regular menu martini was, next to the coffee, was the s'mores. So those are our top 2, and then the mistletoe kind of weaseled its way in there during the season.
So what's the mistletoe?
So mistletoe is like a citrus cranberry. We had rosemary on top of it.
Ooh, even better.
Yes. So it was really good. It's a good choice, and we actually played on that and added a few extra things for one of our Valentine's martinis. So it's not just the citrus cranberry martini. Now we played off of it a little bit and made something else for the holidays. So
Nice, and it's all about love. I love people more after drinking martinis, so I'm sure it'll be great for everybody coming in. Oh my gosh, look at that drink.
The s'mores drink looks absolutely amazing, and I love that the marshmallows are toasted.
And we actually bring the lighter to you and light it right in front of you, so it's like a whole experience.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
wow. We need to go.
Yeah.
What time are you open for lunch?
We open at 11 a.m.
Nice.
I just saw
Wednesday
Mindy
and
and she was
Thursday.
like, go for lunch for drinks and for lunch. I was like, well, I can't go for drinks at lunchtime. I was like, but maybe after work.
Yeah.
I just had a lady in there today that was eating, and I was like, are you guys drinking? She's like, heck yeah, I'm work today. I'm having all the drinks.
I love that.
Go back to that one picture you just had on. What was that right there? The first one, that flatbread.
The flatbread, yes. I mean, it's a buffalo chicken flatbread.
That's a top seller as well.
Yeah, that looks
It's
really good.
delicious. So a lot of people ask, is it too spicy? Because you hear the word buffalo and you assume it's gonna be like really hot.
Mhm.
But it's like a buffalo chicken dip spread on it, and it's super like balanced. So like, usually if I get anything buffalo, I have to have ranch to dip it in.
Mhm.
That I do not. Like, I
Yeah.
can eat it straight off the plate. It's
Oh,
lovely, so.
Nice. I like spice, so I would love, I'd
That's
probably
my
add
go-to
stuff,
when I'm
yeah.
working, so.
Nice.
I mean, your breakfast menu looks amazing. I'm a sucker for breakfast, and I'm one of those people who love to eat breakfast for dinner. Do you have the same menu throughout the day?
So we do special requests. So we generally hand out, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, we will hand you our typical menu, which does
Mhm.
not have our brunch menu on it. However, if somebody specifically asks for brunch, that, at that time, we would serve it because our kitchen is prepared to make it at any point
That's
in time.
amazing.
Because everything's, made, like, as it's ordered, so it's
Mhm.
not like something that we would have to prep or put out, so.
Looks like you got something, Lola. Yeah,
I mean, the pictures are beautiful.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Oh, gosh. So our, coffee martini, which was our top seller that he had asked us last week what our top seller was, and we had coffee. The coffee martini has, it's about 5 to 6 parts, yes. So it's a mixture of liquor. It actually has the most amount of liquor in it, and you can't taste any of it. So it's lovely.
Danger.
So is there espresso in it as well?
There is coffee in it. Not, we do a bourbon, infused coffee that we use as the base of it, so.
And you just brew it.
We brew it,
Yeah,
and then we chill it.
okay.
Because we unfortunately learned our lesson the first week when we were actually using the warm coffee with ice. It was melting the ice too much. So what we started doing is we pre-chill our coffee. So we brew it in the morning, chill it for later on in the day, and then we turn it off right after it's brewed, and then brew a whole new batch for anybody who wants hot coffee.
Oh, cool.
So we have our initial brew in the morning, and then we use that for our coffee martinis the rest of the day, but we chill it, so.
I love that. Sometimes, do you guys do regular mixed drinks too?
Yes, we do
I love
everything.
getting a white Russian and putting a shot of espresso in it.
Oh, yeah. It would be delicious with the bourbon infused coffee for sure. A white
Oh.
Russian would be, yes.
I like that.
This coming from the girl that loved to drink tequila rose and Sprite. The curdling.
Yeah, I love tequila rose with Sprite, and I'll be honest with you, bars
It's a
used to,
throwback.
it's a throwback. For as long as I can remember, I am a sucker for tequila rose, and when you add the Sprite to it, it actually curds it.
Yeah.
And people always thought it looked disgusting,
It
but
does,
it's
yeah.
the
I was
best.
gonna say, that seems like that would look really weird, but
It
I don't know
does.
how it would taste. It might
Frothy
taste
like a
okay.
milkshake.
It's absolutely amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
see, I've mixed tequila rose with some things, but, Sprite is not one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tequila rose is delicious by itself too, though.
So have you always been, like, do you have a background in bartending, or is this just something because
So-
it's a locally owned?
I actually met Courtney bartending.
Oh, okay.
So, approximately 14 years ago.
Oh, wow.
So it's been a very long time, and I've bartended at the country club. I've bartended hole in the wall bars, numerous of those. I've bartended for weddings. I've done like my own personal bartending where I travel to different events and bartend. One thing about bartending is knowing what complements what.
Yeah.
So like knowing that like if you mix these two liqueurs and this vodka together, it's going to taste okay together. And that's the main thing that we do at View is the curation of complementary liqueurs and liquors together. So we want to make sure everything's obviously going to taste good together, and we don't want it to be something that you can walk out and go get somewhere else.
Yeah.
So we make it, creatively there. And a few of the things, like all 3 of our martinis that are coming up for Valentine's Day,
Oh, go ahead and talk about them.
those I actually just like handcrafted last week out of the back of my head. I was like, I think these things will taste great together. So we have one called the Cupid's Juice. That is going to be like a pinkish red. It is also a cranberry base, but it has a little bit more, I would say almost like a fruit cocktail in a cup. So it's a lot of different fruity based vodkas and liqueurs. On top of the base of our old, since our mistletoe was so popular, I used a lot of the same things that I used in the mistletoe, but I added 2 more things to it. So it literally, what it reminds me of,
Layers.
yes, what it reminds me of is, the only way I can explain it is like a fruit cocktail in a cup. It's super fruity. And then our Lover's
Sounds
Potion.
refreshing, actually.
It is, it really is. Our Lover's Potion is our other one that I curated. That one is gonna be a cranberry base as well, however, it has blue carousel
Mhm.
in the base of it, so it's layered. So the top is like a pinkish red, the bottom is gonna be a blue, and then we're gonna garnish it with a heart lollipop, so you can mix it up and it turns it purple. So kind of like a potion.
Mhm.
And then we're doing a chocolate covered strawberry is gonna be our cream based martini, so. And they're all, I mean, they all remind you of like, you know,
Yeah.
Valentine's Day and just the sweets and the goodness of Valentine's Day, and, you know, they all have some sort of heart garnishment or something on them, so.
I love that. For Valentine's Day, are you guys taking reservations, or is it just walk-in, or how are you guys
So
gonna
we
handle?
we are open to reservations. You will probably need a reservation for Valentine's Day, I would imagine, with the way our reservations have been going. We are at, it's the 11th today, I believe? Yes. And, we are
Valentine's
booked
Day is
up.
actually on Tuesday. Would you guys be open that day, or? gonna
We will
celebrate Friday?
probably do a special open for Valentine's Day. It's still in the making. We're
Yes.
not sure what we're doing.
Okay, then follow
Um,
your Facebook page.
Yes, but a lot of people will, you know, go the Saturday before or the Saturday after to
Mhm.
celebrate. So I would say if you're gonna come one of those 2 days, to definitely make a reservation, but we are already fully booked for Friday the 20th.
Mhm.
So after 5 PM, we have no reservations open right now for the 20th of January. So that just goes to show you how fast sometimes we book up. There are days in between that we're open, but the 20th, we just had a call today and another call and another call, and for some reason, everybody wants to come see who we have on the 20th, I'm assuming, so we are fully booked. We have
So
full
who
reservations.
is the,
So the 20th
entertainment?
is, well, we'll start on the 13th. So
Mhm.
the 13th, which is this Friday, is gonna be Gage Joseph.
He's so good.
I've not heard him yet. I have not
Oh,
heard him yet.
he'll have
He's
you
a
on the bar.
pumpkin.
He's tiny, like he's 17 or 18 years
He's a
old.
senior in high school.
Oh
He's
my
a
gosh, that's
baby.
amazing.
And
That's
he's
amazing.
so
They told me
good.
he was really young and we have to, you know, be careful with the
His
crowd
mom will be
and
with
stuff.
him,
Yes.
and she's awesome. She's definitely his manager, but he is so good. I dance hours to him.
What does he do if you
Cut
don't mind
old school
asking?
country, like Garth
Love it,
Brooks,
love
like
it,
all that.
okay.
He's definitely
Yeah,
a
'cause
country crooner.
We have a booking agent for us.
Mhm.
So like a lot of the time we're slightly unsure of exactly what type of genre the person is gonna be. And then I have to look them up to find out. So, he was one that I heard he was very young and that he did country, but I wasn't sure what type of country it was.
He's great, yeah.
Eh.
Oh, really?
Oh, that's nice. I just give her one of my martinis.
Absolutely. Yeah, layer that. Oh, maybe you should make like a country themed one for this Friday,
I
like
think I should.
like the Garth or
That's
something, or the
actually- yes.
Gage.
Oh my
I don't know if that'd
gosh,
be
the-
appropriate because he's only like 18. Garth.
Garth.
Yeah.
The Garth. I'm gonna have to.
The Thunder Road. No,
Go back.
that's Bruce. What's the light? Yeah. Thunder Road and a lightning strike.
That's Garth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thunder rolls. I said road.
We could do like a Thunder Rolls.
Look at you rolling around.
Martini.
Yeah, that would
for,
be
our-
that's a good idea.
Yeah, that's actually not a bad
See?
idea.
Good idea.
You're hired.
I just come to drink. I'm fine.
Okay, and then the 20th, we have Josh, and I may butcher this last name. It's Sokolowski. So it's Sokolowski. And I've heard he actually has a following, so I'm assuming that's why we booked up on the 20th. But I personally have never heard of him.
I
had to
haven't
look
either.
And
him
then
up.
on January 27th, you have the New Age Adidas.
We do.
Oh yeah, Mary and her. They're good.
I've heard them, like, just on the radio, or not on the radio, but on, like, online and stuff. I've never watched them.
Yeah, good. I love New Age Genius.
So, yeah,
And then,
that's.
so are you
where
guys
we're
gonna? So February you'll start booking like after the end of this, or can you talk about your booking person in case
It's-
anybody would like to like?
Honestly,
book?
we generally go through John Banco, so
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
he's super popular in the
Mhm.
area, and that's who we usually go through. He helps us a lot because he knows all the artists. He's in that area.
It makes
so,
sense. I was
yeah.
just asking in case you were an up and coming artist that's interested in like playing.
We do take bookings outside of him.
Okay.
So we've actually had people stop in and we've gotten information from them and stuff, but we are doing so much on the end of curating drinks and,
It will
just
take a lot of
the
time.
general running
When
the bar,
do you
so.
do your sampling? Wouldn't that be fun to just be like, hey,
I mean, I have your number.
try
Like,
this? Yeah.
We do not do flights yet, but we were looking into doing that in the summer because we wanna,
She's like, let's go.
so they have actually small martini glasses. They're
Uh-huh.
hard to find though. And we wanna get enough of them to do the flights because we feel like it wouldn't be presented properly if it wasn't in a martini glass. So we need to find we're gonna do the stemless ones that almost look sort of like a shot glass and they sit on like it's like a ball, and then
Yeah.
it has the V on top of it. So we wanna find those where we can get enough of them in bulk to start doing flights. We have considered doing it, we've talked about it, it's on the agenda at some point, just haven't gotten there yet, but it is
Love
definitely
that.
something we're considering, so.
Yeah, and you know, I just saw where that, those influencers, like the Adventures of something, they stopped at.
Oh, Center Market.
Yeah, Center
Yeah.
Market to the Market Street Cafe just because of their coffee flights.
Yeah,
So influencers are like into that kind of stuff.
they are, and I
Yeah.
think it'll also, help with sampling, because then people can try small portions of each
Right,
one,
right.
and then find out which one they like.
Yes, that's great, because there's nothing worse than buying, like,
Getting a drink and being like,
and
ugh,
then,
or
I
it's
don't
not
like
for
this
you.
one. Yeah.
Because everybody's taste buds are different. What you may
Exactly.
love may hit me differently.
Yes.
And a lot of times, which I don't think it would be the case here, I usually don't like a drink because I can taste like a sour mix, or I can taste like the fakeness.
It's all about balance.
Mm-hmm.
So there are certain things you can add to balance out, like if you have a simple syrup in with a sweet and sour mix,
Mm-hmm.
it'll balance it out more, so you can't taste one or the other.
Mhm.
So they kind of balance each other out a little bit. So a lot of the things that we do put sour mix in will have a little bit of simple syrup in it too, so you don't taste the harshness of the sour mix.
Yeah.
So,
Makes sense. You guys are like chefs,
yeah,
pastry
But with-
chefs, but with drinks.
with drinks, yes.
Like
Oh,
a
I
real
love that.
Tom Cruise.
And the next time we do some sample, like maybe our spring, summer
Mm-hmm.
samples, I'll just get a hold
Come
of
on
you.
in.
Yeah, I'll just get a hold of you and you
Yeah.
come in and be our taste tester.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Don't worry,
I got
Lola.
you, ladies. I
We
got
got
you,
your
ladies.
number. We got your number. Lola's a professional. I think that she would probably be really good at like giving you details. I lose words. I'd be like, this is good.
yeah.
Or not so good, one or the
Yeah.
other, right?
I would be honest though. That's for sure. So this is exciting. Are you excited? Are you happy and like having just like the time of your life?
Honestly, I am, and it's nice because
You can tell by how you talk about what
my
you're doing.
favorite part of bartending has always been someone who walks up to the bar and says, I like fruity stuff, make me something.
Yeah.
And I can just throw stuff in a glass for them, shake it up and put it in a cup, and they're ready to go, and they love it.
Mhm.
And I know, it brings me back to one time when I was bartending a wedding at the country club.
Mhm.
And I had the bride and a few of her girls that didn't like anything that tasted like liquor,
Mhm.
but they wanted to drink.
Mhm.
And I was like, I got you,
Yeah.
I'm gonna make you something. So I made up my go-to punch
Mhm.
that is absolutely delicious, mixed it up for them, and the whole night, all of the women from this wedding were ordering it.
Mhm.
And I had, at the end of the night, the father of the bride came up to me and was like, you made this wedding because they wanted to drink.
Mhm.
They couldn't think of anything that they could drink that wouldn't be super potent and
Mhm.
super strong as far as liquor wise.
Mhm.
Like, just gave me like rave reviews and stuff.
Mhm.
And that's my forte, is like, give me a couple things to add into,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna make a recipe out of it and mix it up for you, and it's gonna taste delicious. And that's like my
Yum.
favorite part about this job, is curating the drinks. So,
With
That's
that,
awesome.
yeah, with that being said, is there a future for you guys possibly being like bartenders to rent? Do you know what I mean?
so once we get fully staffed to where we are confident enough to be able to not be there ourselves,
Mhm.
right now we have up and coming mixologists that we're still sort of, training and stuff.
Yeah.
We want everything to be perfect before we plan on moving around. But that is something that has been mentioned, not anything that's currently in the works.
Mhm.
But something that we would probably do, possibly, maybe going down the road of franchising sometime. Or
Yeah,
something,
like
you know,
a U42 pop-up. You know
Yes,
what I mean?
yes.
Yeah.
Like, cause like the Highlands Event Center, for instance.
Yes.
You can have weddings there and you can bring in your own alcohol, but you have to have certified bartenders.
Yes, and we are all licensed. All
Yeah.
of our bartenders are licensed, so we would be able to do that, hence the purpose of mentioning it,
Mhm.
but not necessarily, it's not our next step. We have other things in the works right now that we're working on that are gonna take precedence over that, but that is definitely something we have mentioned.
That's amazing.
I love it, yeah. And it's a really cool vibe in there. If you guys haven't been there, it's in the old Wheeling Brewery. So if you guys have ever been in there, it still has like the brick, the exposed brick, the nice wood, older floors, you know what I mean, and the nice tall ceilings. I believe there's tin or copper on the ceiling as well.
So that we told the story last week about that. What happened is they actually found one square piece
Mhm.
of the old tin roof
Mhm.
that was in there, 50 plus years ago,
Uh-huh.
in the basement.
Mhm.
Or the attic, one or the other. Courtney told the story much better because she was there during remodeling.
Yeah.
But they found a piece of it and they said this would be so cool if we could replicate this and
Mhm.
put it on the ceiling again.
Mhm.
So they took it to a tin person of some sort, or tin manufacturer,
Yeah.
who had the whole roof remade around that one square piece of tin that they
Oh,
found.
wow.
So it is one of those squares
A real
up there.
Joanna Gaines.
Yes, one of
You
those
know?
squares is actually original ceiling of the place 50 plus years
But see,
ago.
that's what makes every single place at Center Market absolutely a go-to and a must-see.
Mm-hmm.
And like for me to be in destination, I can't help but just be, anytime somebody comes in, it's the first thing you say like, oh, what's unique? And I just go to Center Market everywhere you go in and out of, you know?
And the majority of people that come, they say, I don't want a chain.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That's the first thing they say,
Honestly,
is they don't want to go to a chain.
Or like, I feel like I love sports bars if you're going to watch like a game or for that atmosphere or like just a night out kind of a thing. But like, I feel like there's so many of those and then there's so many different, like right where we are, we have a brewery, we have a martini curation bar, and then we have a wine bar. And I feel like that hits all levels there.
Mhm.
So you have like the brewery that's probably more like a sports atmosphere. And then you have like, you know, the martini bar, it's like uptown type of a thing. And then you have the winery, which is like a small, like, you know, what boutique type place, you know? So like, I think it's cute that we have all three of those right next to each other. And that's one of the main reasons why networking wise, we did not try to, or marketing wise, we did not try to compete with either one of those.
Mm-hmm.
We have people come in and ask for beer and we're like, we sell, you know, the basic domestics. If you want a really good, you know, homemade beer, like there's a brewery right next door, but we'll be more than happy to mix you up a martini or a mixed drink or, you know, sell you a domestic, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then same thing with the wine. We do serve all of those things because you have to as a bar.
Mm-hmm.
But we also didn't want to compete with our neighbors because they all have their own uniqueness that we don't want to interrupt, you know. So
Neighbors aren't competition. It's really great that you guys see that. What they are is they're actually enhancements. Because when they leave, let's just say maybe when they leave, you know, Market Vines or something like that, they're gonna come into you because people, they're parked. They're ready to walk around, they're ready to have a good time, they're ready to like linger, as they
Yes,
call it. That's why I like the
absolutely.
strip works, that's
Or if
why I
they
like
go to-
Southside, you
Yeah, if
know.
they go to one of those places, they never heard of your place, well, when we come back, we need to try.
yes,
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
exactly.
Yeah.
No, I love it. I love being between a place because it gives you, we got the cocktails in the middle, we got the wine on the end, and we got the beer on the other end. And it
Yeah.
just works because people can just hit all three.
Yeah.
There's like a party bus down there in Center Market on a weekend for like a girls' night out or guys' night out or something. It's nice because we have all three. We hit on all three levels there. So it's nice. And it also helps that we have networked and talked to our neighbors and we're all in this together.
Right,
So.
and you're having entertainment, and you're doing everything that you need to do to have the entertainment, so, you know, maybe, you know, it would be awesome this summer with the weather breaking.
We can't
There
wait
could
for
be-
we can't wait for
there's-
summer.
There's so many
Some
opportunities.
tables out front, it's gonna be lovely. We
Yeah.
can't wait.
Yeah,
And
that's gonna be great.
we love the fact that you're open on Sundays. I can't tell you how often people say, where can we eat on Sundays? We have church services, Capitol Theater, people are always looking to go for brunch or something after, so
Yeah,
it's really nice
so
to be
we are
able.
open until 3 p.m. on Sundays. We also do private parties Sunday evenings.
Oh, nice.
And then we do private parties on Mondays and Tuesdays as well.
How many people can you do for a private party?
So we can do, our max capacity is around 60 to 65 people. We don't, if you sit at the bar and the tables, we have enough seating for that many people, but if you rather sit at tables, we only have seating for probably about 20
That's nice.
less, so
That's
like
nice.
45.
I think that's a great crowd, it's very intimate, and I would like to say that even though that you guys are very much so known for your cocktails and things, it is not a bar atmosphere, and to just come in and have a great time.
Yes.
Yes,
Thank you, guys.
yes.
Thank you, we're excited for you.
Me too, and that French toast.
Yes. Yes.
All right, thank you guys.
As always, thanks for listening to the show. You're listening to The Watchdog.
That was a nice one. The other one was a lot of questions, which was still nice, because we
Who
know.
was that with?
What's the
Was it
guy's
Paul
name?
Harris?
Yes.
Yeah.
And it wasn't bad, but this was very casual and like just chatting about the drinks and stuff,
Yeah.
which I really like.
We
so.
talk a lot.
I
so
told
it makes it
Courtney, I
fun.
was like, I'm doing it by myself. Like, wish me luck. She's like,